Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today there have been reports going on about Sasha Vezenkov, small forward, power forward for the Sacramento Kings, who was the big signing that they made going into last offseason. They signed him to a 3-year, $20 million deal, which was one of their biggest additions of the offseason. And, he was Sasha Venkov's guy, great three-point shooter, and that was and was really good and, playing in the Euro leagues, and led him to get a great contract in the NBA, 3-year, $20 million deal. That's almost $7 million a year. About 6 point something million a year. So it's nearly $7 million a year that he got, not even playing a single NBA game. And he played 42 games this past season with the Sacramento Kings, and he only averaged 12 minutes per game. He averaged 5.4 points per game, 2.3 rebounds per game, a half a steal per game, and one of his best things that he brought in was three-point shooting 38% on only 3 3-point attempts per game. His field goal percentage was 44%, but really didn't get a lot of minutes. If I had to predict one of the reasons why he wants out of Sacramento, as he's requested for either a trade or being released, if I had to guess, I would think the playing time has to do with that. I mean, Sacramento, who wouldn't want to be in California and play on a decent team like the Kings? Yes, they didn't make it to the playoffs. We're in the play-in situation, but they have a great team. They have great players. Keegan Murray is I believe a rising star. De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis are obviously great players as well. This is a good Sacramento Kings team. They're not a great team, but this is a good team to be on. It's a good place to play as well. We're talking about just the city and being in the state. It's a beautiful place, California. Who wouldn't want to be in California, right? I would think the playing time has to do with him wanting out of Sacramento. I would think obviously I think I honestly thought he'd have a bigger role on this Kings team. When they made this signing, I thought he was gonna have a decent role. I mean, you give someone almost $7 million a year, who's playing really good, in the Euros, that most likely they're not. I'm not saying like they're gonna become a starter, or they're gonna get a lot of minutes, but like I thought he'd be a part of their backup rotation. He really wasn't. He barely even played half of the games. He played 82 games that they played. He played 42. So he just played half of the games that they played in. So, I really think that that's probably a big reason why he wants out of Sacramento. But, it'll be interesting to see what they do with him. Does he have any trade value? If teams look at what he did in the Euro leagues, then potentially maybe teams will have interest, and knowing that he's a good three-point shooter as well, but with not a lot of history in the NBA and him not doing a lot in the NBA, unless there is a package with him, like the Sacramento Kings do have a lottery pick in this year's draft, so maybe you pair up that first-round pick in this year's draft with another player, like Sasha Vezenkov, that first-round pick, and another player. Potentially you can get something solid, but I don't see him having a lot of trade value. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the potential trade for the Kings in the comment section, and peace out.